You're standing at the grocery store checkout. The cashier scans your stuff. Milk, eggs, bread, chicken, nothing fancy. The screen flashes. 165. You freeze. Wait, that can't be right. You check the receipt. Everything's there. Everything's correct. And that's when you feel it. That sinking feeling in your stomach. Because here's the thing. 5 years ago, this exact cart, $120. Same stuff. Same brands. Same store. But get this. You got a raise last year. Your boss congratulated you. 3.8% bump. You felt like you were finally getting ahead. So why does your bank account feel broke? Let me show you the trick they're playing on you. Your paycheck went up $45 a week after that raise. Sounds good, right? But according to the USDA, grocery prices shot up 24% since 2020. That $120 cart is now $165, $45 more every single week. So your raise? It's gone before you even get it. It's sitting in your grocery cart. It's like running on a treadmill that keeps speeding up. You're running faster, making more money, but the treadmill's winning. You're not moving forward. You're just not falling off. Eggs? Up 350% in some places, says the American Farm Bureau. Beef? Up 14% year over year, per the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Your salary? Up 1% in real terms. That's it. You're not bad with money. You're not failing. The game changed, and nobody told you. Let me paint you a picture. Your paycheck is a bucket. Every week, your boss dumps water into it. That's your salary. In 2020, your bucket had a few small holes at the bottom. Sure, water leaked out for rent, bills, food, but it was filling up faster than it was draining. You could save some. Maybe take a vacation. Fix the car without sweating. Now, your boss is pouring more water into the bucket than ever before. Look, they say, we're giving you 65% more water than in 2000. But here's what they're not telling you. Someone drilled bigger holes in your bucket. The water's pouring in, but it's gushing out, even faster. Groceries? That's a hole the size of a fist now. Rent? That's a garden hose at the bottom. Gas, insurance, utilities, all bigger holes than they used to be. You look down and think, wait, I'm getting more water than ever. Why is my bucket still empty? Because the holes got bigger faster than the water flow. And here's the kicker. You didn't drill those holes. You didn't ask for them. They just appeared. While you were busy working, busy trying to get ahead, someone was quietly making your bucket leak faster. Let me take you back to the year 2000. You walk into the grocery store. You're feeling pretty good. Your grocery cart has eggs, $1 or $2 per dozen. Milk, $2.70 per gallon. Bread, $1.88 per loaf. Coffee, $3.50 per pound. Total cart, around $8 for the basics. You're making the median household income $5,730 a year. Not bad. You can afford groceries, you've got a little left over for savings, maybe a movie on Friday night. Life's not perfect, but it's manageable. Fast forward to 2025. Same grocery store, same cart, different reality. Now those same items cost eggs, $5.7 per dozen, sometimes higher with bird flu. Milk, $4.13 per gallon. Bread, $1.79, $3.31 per loaf. Coffee, $9.14 per pound. Total cart, 2025s for the exact same stuff. That's 2.5x to 3x more expensive than 2000. But wait, you say, I got a raise though, right? Sure, the median household income in 2024 is now $83,730. Sounds like a lot more than 2000, right? You're making 65% more money on paper. Here's the problem. In 2000, your paycheck could buy you 5 to 6 weeks of groceries. In 2025, that same paycheck buys you 4 to 5 weeks of groceries. You're making more money, but you're buying less stuff. Why? Because while your salary went up 65%, the cost of living went up even faster. What happened between 2000 and 2025? Supply chain chaos. COVID. Ukraine war. Bird flu outbreaks wiping out millions of chickens. Energy costs skyrocketing. Corporate consolidation, fewer. Companies controlling food production means less competition, which means higher prices. And wage growth? It couldn't keep up. The Bureau of Labor Statistics found that real wage growth, That's your actual buying power after inflation, was only 0.92% from December 2024 to December 2025. Less than 1%. You got a 3% raise. Inflation ate 2.7% of it. You gained 0.3%. Meanwhile, ground beef is up 16.4% year over year, according to NBC News. Orange juice, up 37.6%. Welcome to the Paycheck Treadmill. If you're someone who got that 3% raise and felt good for exactly one paycheck, and now you're back to stressing about bills even though you make more money, hit subscribe. Because I'm showing you why your math isn't mathing, and whose fault it actually is. Seriously, hit that button. We're just getting started, and what I'm about to show you is going to make you angry. But the good kind of angry. The kind that makes you do something about it. All right, let's keep going. Let's do some real math. The kind your boss doesn't want you to see. You got a 3.8% raise last year. Congratulations! For the average American worker, that's about $45 extra per week. That's $2,240 per year. Feels good, right? You're finally getting ahead. But wait. Let's see where that money actually goes. Starting amount, $45 per week raise. You're pumped. You're thinking, finally, I can save, maybe take a vacation, fix the car. Hold on, let me show you something. Let's say you split it across the month. That's about $195 extra per month. Feels nice, right? Wrong. Deduction number 1, food inflation. Your average grocery bill went from $520 per month to $645 per month. The USDA confirmed food-at-home prices are up 24% since 2020. That's plus $125 per month just on food. Your raise? $195 per month. Food inflation, minus $125. What's left? $70 per month. But wait, there's more. You still got $70 left. Maybe you can save that, right? Not so fast. Deduction number 2, gas prices. Remember when gas was $2.50 per gallon in 2020? Now it's hovering around $3.20, $3.50 per gallon. If you fill up once a week, that's an extra $10, $12 per week. That's plus $45 per month on gas. What's left? $70. Gas inflation, minus $45. What's left? $25 per month. But wait, there's more. $25. You can, buy 2 pizzas? Nope. Not done yet. Deduction number 3, utilities and insurance. Your electric bill, heating, car insurance, health insurance, all up. Let's be conservative and say that's just plus $30 per month across the board. What's left? $25. Utilities and insurance, minus $30. What's left? Negative $5 per month. Wait, negative $5? Yup. You got a raise, and you're somehow $5 worse off than before. But wait, there's more. Because we haven't even talked about rent, up 5 to 6% year over year, healthcare premiums, childcare, car repairs. If we factor those in, you're $50 to $100 in the hole every month. You got a raise on paper, but in reality, you got a pay cut. So who did this to you? The villain isn't one person. It's not even one company. The villain is the silent partner. You've never met them. You've never seen their face, but they've been skimming off your paycheck for years. And the crazy part? Your boss works for them. The grocery store works for them. The gas station works for them. Everyone's working for the silent partner, except you. You're just paying them. The silent partner has 3 faces. Face number 1, the inflation monster. This makes your dollars worth less every year. It's not a person, it's a system. Food prices up 24%. That's the silent partner taking a bigger slice of your budget every year. Face number 2, the corporate middleman. Fewer companies control food production than ever. Less competition equals higher prices. Grocery stores reported record profits during the pandemic while you struggled with supply chain issues and rising costs. Face number 3, the wage suppressor. This makes sure your paycheck never catches up. Your boss gives you 3%. Inflation runs at 2.7%. You gain 0.3%. The silent partner made sure your raise was just enough to keep you from quitting, but not enough to actually get ahead. Here's the genius part. The silent partner never shows up. You never see them in a boardroom. They don't send you a bill. They don't even have a name, but they're everywhere. You walk into the store, The cashier rings you up. $165. Who decided eggs should cost sevens? Who decided beef should be up 14%? The silent partner. They work through supply chain disruptions, real but convenient, corporate pricing decisions where they blame it on costs but keep the profits, and bird flu outbreaks that are tragic for farmers but profitable for middlemen. Your boss calls you in. Great work this year. Here's your 3% raise. But the silent partner was already waiting at the door. Groceries took their cut, plus 125 per month. Gas took its cut, plus 45 per month. Utilities took their cut, plus $30 per month. Your $195 raise? Gone before you even spent it. The silent partner made sure of it. And here's the part that really messes with you. There's a trick your brain plays on you. It's called the bigger number illusion. Here's how it works. Your brain sees a bigger number and thinks you're winning, even when you're losing. Your brain is obsessed with absolute numbers, not relative value. Scenario: year 2020, you make $50,000 per year. Year 2025, you make $60,000 per year. Your brain screams, I'm making $10,000 more. I'm rich. But let's add context. Year 2020, you make $50,000. A cart of groceries costs $100. Year 2025, you make $60,000. That same cart costs $150. In 2020, your weekly salary bought you 9.6 grocery carts. In 2025, your weekly salary buys you 7.7 grocery carts. You're making more money but buying less stuff. But your brain doesn't see that. Your brain just sees $60,000 is greater than $50,000 equals winning. That's the trap. Let me tell you about my friend Jake. Jake got a new job last year, big promotion. Salary went from $55,000 to $65,000. He was so hyped. Dude, I got a $10,000 raise. 6 months later, he's sitting at my kitchen table, stressed. I don't get it, man. I'm making way more money. But I feel broker? What am I doing wrong? I did the math with him. His $10,000 raise was about $770 per month after taxes. But his expenses went up. Rent, plus $200 per month. Groceries, way more expensive. Car insurance, up. Gas, up. Total increase, about $650 per month. Net gain, $120 per month. His brain saw $65,000 and thought, I'm rich now. But in reality, he gained $120 a month in buying power. The bigger number. Illusion made him think he was winning when he was barely treading water. And here's the worst part. When you think you're making more but you're still struggling, you blame yourself. I'm making more money. Why can't I save? What's wrong with me? Nothing's wrong with you. Your brain just got fooled. Buy the bigger number. So here's what you need to do. You need to stop measuring success by your salary. Start wearing the buying power lens. Instead of thinking, my salary is going up, so I'm doing better, shift to, my buying power is what matters, not my salary. Your whole life, you've been taught to measure success by salary. I make $70K. Sounds better than I make $50K, right? But that's the trap. The buying power lens says, forget the salary number. It's a distraction. The only number that matters is, what can you afford today versus what you could afford yesterday? In 2020, you made $55K and could buy 500 tanks of gas a year. In 2025, you make $65K and can buy 480 tanks of gas. Your salary went up by $10K. Your buying power went down. That's a pay cut disguised as a raise. Once you put on the buying power lens, everything changes. You stop celebrating 3% raises when inflation's at 2.7%. You stop feeling grateful for crumbs. You start asking, can I afford more of what I need or less? Because in the end, your bank account balance doesn't feed your family. Your buying power does. All right, enough theory. Let's talk about what you actually do about this. Once you've got the buying power lens on, here are the 5 steps to fight back. Step 1. Calculate your real raise. Do this tonight. Takes 10 minutes. Stop trusting what your boss tells you. Do the math yourself. Find your last raise percentage, let's say 3.8%. Google the inflation rate for that year. It was 2.9% in 2024. Subtract 3.8%, minus 2.9% equals 0.9% real raise. That's it. That's your actual raise. Once you see that your 3.8% raise is really 0.9%, you stop being grateful and start getting strategic. Write it down. Use it in your next salary negotiation. Step 2. The 30-day grocery audit. Start this weekend. Takes 30 minutes to set up. You can't defend your bucket if you don't know where the holes are. Save every grocery receipt for 30 days. At the end, categorize every item: essential, proteins, essential produce, dairy and staples, snacks and junk, convenience items. Add up each category. Most people find $60, $120 per month in invisible spending on convenience and junk they don't remember buying. Cut one category by 50% next month. That's $30, $60 back in your bucket. Step 3. Use your inflation veto. Do this week. Takes 20 minutes. Remember, every dollar you spend is a vote. Stop voting for inflated prices. Identify your top 3 inflated purchases. Example: brand eggs at $7, orange juice at $6, beef at $9 per pound. Find the substitute. Eggs. Store brand at $4.50. OJ. Skip it or buy frozen concentrate at $2. Beef. Switch to chicken 2 weeks per month at $3 per pound. The math: eggs save $10 per month. OJ saves $24 per month. Beef to chicken saves $12 per month. Total, $46 per month equals $550 per year. You just gave yourself a 1 to 2% raise without asking your boss. Step 4. The annual expense massacre. Do this month. Takes 2 hours. This is the big one. Pull up 12 months of bank statements. Find every recurring charge. Call every company with this script. Hi, I've been a customer for X years. Your rates have gone up significantly. What discounts can you offer me? If not, I'll need to cancel. Real examples. Car insurance saved $40 per month by switching. Internet saved $25 per month. Gym negotiated to $20 per month from $35. Subscriptions canceled 3 forgotten ones equals $35 per month. Total savings, $100, $200 per month equals $500, $2,400 per year. That's 2 hours of work for $600 when $200 per hour. Do it. Step 5. Negotiate your next raise. Using the buying power lens. Do this before your next review. This is where everything comes together. Before the review, calculate your inflation rate, your rent plus 5%, your groceries plus 8% per year, your gas plus 20% over 3 years, your personal inflation about 7 to 9%. In the meeting, use this script. I appreciate the 3% offer, but I need to be transparent. My core expenses, rent, groceries, transportation, have increased by approximately 8%. A 3% raise means I'm actually taking a 5% pay cut in real terms. To maintain my standard of living, I need 7 to 9%. Here's why I've earned it. Even if you don't get the full 9%, you'll likely get 5 to 6% instead of 3%. That's an extra $500, $3,000 per year. The combined impact: if you make $60,000 per year and do all 5 steps, grocery audit saves $600, $200 per year. Inflation veto saves $550 per year. Expense massacre saves $1,200, $2,400 per year. Better raise gets you $1,500, $3,000 per year. Total, $3,850 to $7,150 more per year. That's a 6 to 12% increase in buying power. You just beat inflation. This isn't just about money. It's about whether you're going to spend your whole life working harder for less, blaming yourself for a system designed to keep you running in place. Your parents could buy a house on 1 income. You can barely afford groceries on 2. That's not because you're doing it wrong. That's because the game changed, and nobody told you. But now you know. So what are you going to do about it? Yo, real talk. If you made it this far, you're different. Most people would have clicked away. But you stayed. You're actually trying to figure this out. So I'm asking, subscribe. Not for me. For you. Because I'm making these every week, and if you found this one helpful, the next ones are going to blow your mind. And look, if you've got a friend, a coworker, a family member who's working their ass off and still can't get ahead, send them this. Let them know they're not crazy. Let them know it's not their fault. Let them know someone's actually explaining this stuff without the BS. Next week, we're diving into why rent went up 40%, but landlords say they're barely breaking even. The math behind that one is wild. Subscribe so you don't miss it. All right, that's it. Go run those numbers from step 1, 10 minutes. Calculator. Do it tonight. I'll see you next week. Peace.